Hey guys, welcome back to the FPL xGod podcast for your game weekly OD of XG. Last week was the worst possible week I've had in my 6-7 years of doing FPL. Like, even when I've not made changes, I don't think I've had a worse week. The United protests, I'm in support. Like, I've abused Express and Barto more than anyone, but I'm not really sure what this postponing the game does. I don't see the Glazers reacting to this or doing anything about it. They did not even get points deducted, nothing. They just had a rescheduled fixture. They have 7 days, 4 games, and I'm watching the game right now. They haven't really made any big changes to the team. Happy Luke Shaw got subbed off at halftime though. That's a biggie. But Mason and Bruno haven't been subbed off, and it's like 80 minutes in. But yeah, talking about last week, as you can see, I had a game week rank of 6.4 million out of 8.2 million players, and you can easily say 1 million don't play. So I'm in the bottom 1% for the week. Yep. Ooh, I don't really know what else to say about this week. I had 6 players from that game. I almost took out Bruno for Son, which would have been great, but like, it's fine. I have a good team for this week, but then too many blanks next week. We'll talk a lot about that moving on. I don't really have much to say about last week. As you can see, it's a team full of zeros. For like 2 days this week, my Twitter name was also Ask Me How Many Zeros I Had. Yeah, not much to say, I guess. Oh, my bad. Semedo, thank you. Thank you for that assist and 3 bonus. 8 points saved my week. I had you first on my bench, but thank you. Thank you. But yeah, let's move on and talk about the first ever triple game week in my FPL career. I've read that there was one in 2005-06 and one in 10-11. Birmingham had one of those. But yeah, for me, this is the first ever triple game week. Let's see how it goes, and let's see how my team is. So this week and next week are the biggies. That's where everything that's gone wrong with this season gets corrected. So Aston Villa Everton from the first half of the season is being played this week. Southampton versus Crystal Palace that got missed a few weeks ago is being played this week. The Liverpool United protest game is being played this week. Everything is happening. So you really need to figure your way out of this, and there are quite a few tools you can use. I'll go through some of them and how to plan ahead, which will help you a lot. But before that, let's just see how I'm set up for now. So if you see, my team for this week is actually pretty good. I would rate it like almost perfect to what I would free hit or something. Not free hit, but like wildcard or something, maybe without the blanks. So Mendy as keeper, I'm not that convinced because he's playing City, Arsenal, then he blanks, and then he has Leicester and Villa to end the season. And there's a slight risk of Kepa playing a game or two. As for Luke Shaw, Bruno, and Greenwood, all 3 of them started the Europa League game. And in all honesty, I did not see them play all 3 of the games. I hope they get the Aston Villa game and maybe the Leicester one. Not really sure which I would prefer, but yeah, these 3 are set. Like, I don't even have to think about them. Even my 3 Liverpool are set. I don't have to think about them. Castani, Iheanacho are very good for this week, but then they blank and then they have 2 tougher fixtures, so I will be removing them after that. As for Kane and Lingard, as of now, they're my only single game players. Lingard, I doubt I'll be playing Lingard this week. I'd rather play Holding over him. And Kane is Kane, so he stays. I might transfer him out because I need the money. So let's see how that works out. But just for this week, I'd say I'm pretty set up. I like my team, but here comes the issue. So one of the really important tools that you'll have to use this week to navigate through is this thing called FPL.team. All you have to do is put in your team ID that I keep stressing about, and voila, you have everything. So this is my team for game week 35. As you can see, it's loaded with extra players. So I have, so I'll just do this for now. I have 3 triple game week players, 7 double game week players, and a Harry Kane. So I'm fine with that. But then you move on to this disaster of a game week. Technically, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 playing players, which includes Semedo versus Tottenham, Keenan Davis, and Fraser Forster. I'm not that convinced. So that's why I need to plan ahead and get some players who double and do not blank. So for that, I will go to the Fantasy Football Hub fixture ticker. So here I've sorted it for you for the entire duration of the season and by opponent difficulty. And the filter is just like who is expected to get the best. So here you can see Liverpool is a team that doubles and does not blank. So is Southampton, Crystal Palace, Aston Villa, and yeah, that's about it. And the teams that you are basically risking with game week, if you look at game week 35 and 36 together, so you want to maximize your number of games there, right? So you do not, getting a player who doubles this week but blanks next week isn't exactly beneficial unless you transfer him out again. And but United is fine because they triple and then blank, so you still have 3 games in those 2 weeks. As for the teams I mentioned who double and don't blank, they're so good. Like, they do not miss a game and you have an extra game. Like, there's nothing more to explain about that. So as you can see here, Liverpool assets are must. Like, they have brilliant fixtures to end this season. Southampton actually don't have the worst fixtures, but as Hasnoodle said, McCarthy and Foster are getting 50% of the games each. So I'm really scared about my keeper situation right now, given Mendy blanks. But yeah, you can see this, and please plan ahead because you do not want to enter game week 36 and then see, oh wait, I have like 7 playing players. That will be a big issue. So to navigate through that, I'll explain some of the transfer plans I have. I'm still waiting on all the press conferences that I can go through before the deadline and decide my team, but I'll tell you some of the ideas that I have in my head. So one of them, which I don't know why the Mendy Kepa risk is in my head. So for that, I'm thinking about removing Mendy and getting one of Guaita or Emi. So let's say I go with Emi, and then I still might make another change because I do not really want to play one of Holding or Lingard this week, and that's where the conundrum comes, because I want to get Zaha in if I'm removing Lingard and no one else, and I can offer that just through this. And again, with Holding, he's too cheap for me to get like a proper playing player. Like, if he's sorted by 4.3 million as the highest, and let's just do it on form so we know who's playing and who isn't. So Brighton have bad fixtures. Holding is the one I have. Thomas blanks. You can see that there are no drill options over there. Like, Alioski seems like a decent one given their fixtures. But again, I'll have to bench him this week and play Lingard. So not really sure about that. And another plan I have to do for this week is a strange one. It's something I'm really scared about. It's basically getting Harry Kane out of my team and getting Calvert-Lewin for him. I really like the look of Calvert-Lewin right now. Like, you can see, like, oh, he has like only a few goals in the last 10-12 games, but I don't think that really matters because you look at him throughout the season and he's brilliant. if you compare him to Richarlison, they might have the same number of shots, but Calvert-Lewin's shots are almost exclusively from big chances, and Richarlison gets like almost no big chances. So I would definitely go for Calvert-Lewin above Richarlison if that's your worry. And now you must be thinking, oh, but Harry Kane doesn't blank. How does this benefit me? It's because it gives me the money. And that's why I can remove holding and get like a Lucas Digne. Lucas Digne is... So his stats are not that great if you see the games where he plays with Sigurdsson and Hamas. But he still has good fixtures, a decent double and brilliant fixtures beyond that. West Ham Aston Villa isn't the best double, I agree. But then he has Sheffield and Wolves. So I'm really considering him for now. I would also recommend some Crystal Palace defenders, because if you're not going with Guaita, I think Joel Ward is not a bad pick. If you see Joel Ward, he has played in the last like 9 games, every single minute of it. So he's not the worst. And if you see who he plays, statistically, Sheffield and Southampton are the worst defenses. So you should not be worried about that. Although Crystal Palace are the worst attack, but here you're talking about defenders, right? It's not the biggest worry. So if I'm removing a defender, it's absolutely going to be holding. If I'm removing a keeper, it's absolutely going to be Mendy. If I remove a mid, it's Lingard. If I remove a forward, it's Harry Kane. So that's pretty much fixed. I have to figure out what combo of it I go with. So as of now, I'm looking at going with removing Harry Kane and Rob Holding. And if I want to go a step further, I might even remove Mendy. This gives me money, and I'll talk about my future plans and why I need that money. So if you look at Antonio's back, so I definitely want him. I don't care much about Lingard anymore. I need Antonio in my team. And if you look at Leeds fixtures, they're absolutely brilliant. Their final run into this season end is brilliant. And Rafinha might be back, and he's one of the best creators in the league right now. I would definitely want to go for him. And look at that, Burnley, Southampton, West Brom to end the season for one of the best attacking teams. I definitely want to go with the front three of like a DCL. DCL has a bad last game, but like we have transfers then. I would love to go with the front three of DCL, Antonio, and Patrick Bamford. So that basically kind of means I have 5.9 for my defender, but I might just go for Digne because it doesn't just mean that these are the transfers I will make. I will have people like Bruno, Greenwood, Shaw, Castagne blanking, so I might just make transfers over there instead of like getting rid of players who actually play a game like Keenan Davis. Iheanacho and Castagne are definitely nearing the exit. Great work, like thanks for everything you've given Iheanacho, but look at the fixtures. Newcastle is the only reason I held them this week. Newcastle United, blank, Chelsea, Tottenham. That's not the best fixtures, even if you're playing at that level, like no. So I will get rid of Iheanacho after that. Lingard's fine, but like I would rather have a combination of Rafinha and Antonio. So that's where I'm at right now. But I'd really recommend using FPL.team. It will help you navigate this triple and blank. And fixture tickers always help. You can just like refer to this and figure out your way. But I would strongly recommend getting Fantasy Football Hub, at least for the next season. Yeah, this season's almost done, but next season for sure. They have many articles such as this. You can see like how they rate like midfielders and forwards every week. They have a best 11 and things. Let me know if you want me to do a free hit draft or a wildcard draft, and I'll post that on my Twitter before the deadline. Let me know in the comments, and I will definitely do that for you. Along with that, I think my if you just look at this week, I love my team. But you have to take game week 35 and 36 together into consideration, and then it does not look the best. So if you're wildcarding, don't go for this team because it has too many blankers. But it's a good team. It's a good team for this week. I'm hoping I get like such a good point rank this week, so it kind of offsets if I do not have 11 playing players next week. I like this team. As I said, like I have 4 issues in this team, and those are the 4 I will be looking at mix and match and removing for this week. As I mentioned, the players I will be looking at for keepers are Guetta and Emmy only. For Rob Holding, I have many options, but Digne is a little spicy. Yeah, yes, his attacking returns go down when Hamas and Sigurdsson both play, but clean sheet potential, Everton have good fixtures. I wouldn't worry too much about that. And he doesn't give me the blank. That's the main thing. For Lingard, I am only really looking at Zaha or someone like a Gabby Martinelli has been really, really good. If you see his underlying stats, in the last 5 game weeks, he has the 4th highest expected goals involvement. That includes XG and XA, but like that's brilliant. For a guy who's priced at 4.9 million, that's brilliant. And for strikers, I'm only if I'm getting in this week, I'm only looking at DCL and maybe Ollie Watkins. And for the future, I'm looking at Antonio and Bamford for sure. The issue I have with Harry Kane is I will be missing out on Leeds and Wolves. Those are good fixtures. Leeds gets offset because if I get DCL, he has a double and that offsets Harry Kane. But the Wolves fixture is the one I'm kind of worried about. Let's see how that goes. But yeah, if you have any more questions, please comment. Please reach out to me on Twitter. I'm relatively very active over there. And as for picking the team and the captain, I think I'm not really looking beyond Bruno or Salah. My only issue with Bruno is that he played tonight and he played. Bruno is the best. Like he's the highest point getter of the season. Yes, he's out of form, but he's the highest point getter of the season for a reason. You should not be looking too far away from Bruno if you have Bruno and Salah both. That's an interesting combination. Bruno's expected ownership is definitely crossing like 150. Salah's also will cross 100. So it's about which one you think is the one getting you points. For your mini leagues, I would recommend looking at who your rival has and kind of going for the differential if you're looking to oust him for the top position. And if you're looking to solidify your position, I would go for the safer pick. And look at your main rival's team and kind of figure out from there if you need a differential. But other than that, good team. I expect Mendy to play at least one of the games. Luke Shaw to play 2 of the games. Trent both. Castagne both. Jota at least one. I would not recommend buying Jota right now, but I would definitely recommend keeping him if you have him. Yeah, it's definitely no sell. They have a good run in final. But yeah, that's about it from my side this week. You can move on to the Mac vs Charlie section now. It's a good one this week, given all the triples and everything. Yeah, good luck for the week and happy tripling. Welcome to episode 4 of Mac vs Charlie. So the score now is 2-1, as you can see from the backgrounds. And yeah, obviously like Barca fan, Pep fan, that is celebrating the UCL final appearance for Pep and him returning to Barca once he's won it. And this is me reminding Pep of the sextuple and how he should be back. So Pep, if you're watching this video, we need you back.
Send him back.
So last week I had Reggie on, who gave a normal clean sheet, 6 points, nothing more, 4-0. Then I had Mateus Pereira, like again a punt, 2 points, and Kelechi with an assist, 5 points. So my total was 13. You had?
I had Dallas, Lingard, Dallas
points.
blanking, Lingard blanking,
Yeah,
and Chris Wood with a penalty, but
yeah.
that's about it.
Yeah, I
How?
remember like my Kelechi game had happened, and I basically had Region left by the time I was counting, and you had Chris
Yeah,
Wood left.
yeah,
And you needed like Region to blank and Chris Wood to do even like what he did. That was more than enough
yeah.
if
That would have
Region
been
blanked.
enough.
We would actually draw if he gave you the
Yeah,
six
I think
points and
so.
Region gave me 2.
Yeah. Sheffield, man, they can't score. Useless.
So yeah, that makes it 2-1. You get the first choice this week, and
Yeah,
as the new rule says, you get to pick a position.
I'm definitely going with my midfielder first.
Also everyone, we just like before we started the recording, we just found out
Yeah.
about the triple game week. So yeah, we discussed like we'll still go with like similar picks. We both might have a United player, and if we want to add Liverpool players. So who's your mid?
Yeah. Oh, always Wilfred Zaha, bro. I've been waiting to get him back into my team again.
Nice. I'm mostly getting him in my FPL.
Yeah, please do.
Yeah, can't miss out on this week. This
He's
literally
gonna kill, bro.
statistically the worst 2 defenses he is playing. But
Statistics don't matter. He's gonna cut through everyone. He's gonna score.
no, that's our worst 2 defenses. But statistically, Palace have been the worst offensive. So
Don't worry about stats, bro.
I read the best comment for this: when a
Yeah.
movable force meets a stoppable object.
Unnecessary.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
like I'll get him in. And,
Who's your mid?
But my mid, I'll go with the triple straight away. Mason.
Oh, yeah. Greenwood.
Mason. Just 1 second. Let me check Pogba's price. I've been very impressed. Okay, no, I can't.
Yeah.
I just
Greenwood
missed
should be
out.
fine.
Yeah.
You think he'll play all three?
No.
Okay.
I'm hoping he doesn't play the Liverpool one, and the other 2 are fine. But let's see. I'll choose forwards as my first pick,
Yeah.
and I'll go for Kelechi.
Go easy one.
No,
Bring
like
some
it's one
flavour
tough
into this.
fixture, but like a Newcastle game, like if Arsenal can score 2,
Relax. We saw Gabby's goal. That was Gabby's assist. We saw Gabby's assist.
Gabby is brilliant. Gabby is the
Beautiful.
glue in that team.
You saw Abbas finish.
You
Flying
saw
in
his
the
assist?
Yeah, that was sick also. Mission failed successfully.
So who's your forward? Assuming one place you'll get a United player.
I'll go for the triple game week player in this. I'll take Cavani.
Yeah, I don't think they have any other strikers also. Martial's injured.
Yeah.
Greenwood somehow is listed as a mid.
Let's see who plays forward. I think Rashi was listed forward, no? Against Liverpool. Like the lineups that came out.
I don't really remember, but Cavani, I want to say.
No, I think Rashford was listed as forward. I was surprised.
If Cavani was starting, then like he has to be.
And now you can't even check the lineups because the game never happened.
I can't.
Like on Forza and stuff, you can't.
Oh wow.
I'm sure it's still up there on Twitter. Like the game doesn't exist on Forza anymore. So
For me to talk about one football, please sponsor me. I've seen you sponsoring many FPL videos. I'm free. I'll download any app you say. But yeah, so defender.
I get the defender pick first.
Yeah, we both don't have any United picks left, so no triples.
I'm going for a relatively.
Wait, you have a 5.0 budget over here.
Due to the budget constraint, I think I'm going to go with Luke Thomas.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Luke Thomas.
Let's see. Let's hope he works out.
Who would you pick if you didn't have a budget constraint?
Oh, if no budget constraint, then I was thinking of Luke Shaw. Again,
Luke Shaw,
but now after Cavani, I can't. After Cavani, I can't.
Who would you take then?
Anybody from Liverpool, bro.
Oh, nice.
Who else is there?
You can still take Nat Phillips.
No. I'll stick with Luke Thomas.
Cool. Wing back, attacking, nice.
Bro, always first thought, best thought.
The reason I didn't go for Pogba is so I could
Yeah.
save my money and splash it on the third time appearance in 4 episodes for me, Trent
Yeah, it's so
Alexander-Arnold.
unnecessary.
That
Anyway,
that man is too good, man. I cannot.
let's see what he does now this
I
week.
don't think Robbo's had an assist for the last 20 game weeks.
20.
Yeah.
I thought he was having a better year than Trent this year.
In the start, yeah, and even underlying right now are pretty decent. But like, what to do?
Not bad. What's your
Yeah,
prediction for
so
your scoreline?
it's a triple double everything. Oh wow. So points have to be accordingly.
Yeah,
So my defender was Trent, who I
double.
expect at least 10 points in the 2 games.
You have a double, you have a triple, and you have
And a double.
another double.
Yeah, we
So you
both
have
have 7
7 games.
fixtures.
7 games.
Yeah, so
Wait, is there a game every day from Saturday all the way to Friday? Oh, wild.
last week there was an entire
Yeah.
set of 11 days where there were games every day.
Yeah.
But
That's
like
gonna be
I
wild.
didn't feel like it because Liverpool United absolutely got to win. The biggest game of that, the culmination of that whole 11-day thing that led up to the biggest game of the Prem, and that happens. Like, kudos to the United fans fighting against the Glazers. Like, I know how much I've talked shit about Barto when he was our president, but yeah, like messing up 6 of my players in FPL when I already got 0 from holding is not really fair.
But you saw that guy on the goalpost. He was just chilling.
Someone actually shot in and he fell.
Yeah.
Like he hit the side net and then the goal moved and he fell.
Wild. So, what do you come down
10
to?
points
7
from
games.
Trent. Greenwood
I didn't
3
need the
games,
breakdown,
but
I
I
need the
expect him to play 2, so 10 points again. Kelechi 30 points flat.
7 times 4. Chalo, 28.
Why 4?
Actually, 28 is too high. 25.
Why 4?
Average.
Oh, okay, that
One
was
return,
number
one
of
blank.
Cavani's not playing all, so you can put it at 6 only. Even I've put Mason
It's
6.
fine. 25. Nice
25.
number.
Cool,
I
cool,
take
cool.
25.
So 27 you win, 28 I win,
Yeah.
and above.
28 and above you win, 27 and below
Yeah.
I win. Yeah.
Cool, fair. Let's see what
Yeah.
happens now.
Best of luck, buddy.
Yeah, good luck. Good luck for FPL also and auctions.
Oh, bro, I finally broke under a million.
Bro, guess my game week rank. You'll die.
Oh, how
And
much?
also, Semedo came on for me, gave me 8 points. But
Yeah.
guess my game week rank. It's
Like
madness.
6 million, 5 million?
Yeah, it's over 6.
Oh, wow.
my,
Yeah, I
game,
had a good game week.
my game week rank was 6.4 million.
Oh, wow.
And
Mine
my
was
overall
500K.
rank dropped from 51 to 66. If Semedo wasn't there, I was definitely dropping to 80k.
You keep it up. You have 5 game weeks to catch up. 4 game weeks to catch up.
Yeah, but I wanted to go top 10k. Now that is a setback.
Dream ain't dead yet, buddy. Dreams ain't dead yet.
Yeah, Zaha differential. Let's go. Sure, good luck. See you
Cheers.
next week.
Yes, sir.